All right, welcome back. We are just past the top of the hour of 1 here in New York on the Eastern Time, and it is a wonderful Woman Wednesday today. We have quite the show coming up for you. Joe Pignon is one of our money guests, and when we get the money guests, we got to slip them in, even if it's Women Wednesday. But Joe's quite the alpha male, and he will be lighting it up here with the full story of these statues being torn down in hour 2. Now, as I had mentioned in yesterday's broadcast, which many of you thankfully tuned into, the whole Black Lives Matter movement is based on a set of principles, which one of the key elements is removing the patriarch from the home, patriarch being the male, alpha male dad figure, and the breaking down of the nuclear family, because that's the way they take away people's individualism. They're admitted Marxists, as we all know, and I covered this quite comprehensively yesterday. And today, I want to talk to you about another enemy of democracy. We've all heard about this newfangled group called the Squad, and the Squad is Rashida Tlaib and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Ilhan Omar. Now, many have said that Ilhan Omar married her own brother to get into the U.S., and now she happens to be in our Congress. And someone who is illegally in the U.S. by many accounts and sits in a position of power in our Congress has now decided that defund the police is just not enough. And their true colors are starting to show. Here is a tweet yesterday from Democratic Representative Ilhan Omar, and she is calling for no, not defund the police, dismantling of the U.S. economy and political systems, as she is seen there, adorned in her black purple burqa. And Ilhan Omar continues to be quite the character on the national stage. I reported extensively upon her when Representative Peter King from here in New York retired. Rather than taking the high road, she said, Peter King, good riddance. This man has given over 30 years of service to the United States of America. And he was quite the great man, and I wish him the best. And Ilhan Omar should be sent back to some place where she does not control any power whatsoever, nor have a platform for her evil and horrible America-hating views. And don't just take it from me, because I often fool around and engage in satire and rhetoric and say things that aren't true, because I know I can correct them a little later. But this is not me hypothesizing. Listen to her in her own words and what she thinks about America as a whole.
As long as our economy and political systems prioritize profit without considering who is profiting, who is being shut out, we will perpetuate this inequality. So we cannot stop at criminal justice system. We must begin the work of dismantling the whole system of oppression wherever we find it.
Okay. So we had a little technical difficulty there. As I may have mentioned earlier in this broadcast, that we have Jess operating the switch today. She's the technical director. And she is experiencing technical difficulties. Don't stand by, because we will fix that right after this. But that's Ilhan Omar not saying defund the police. She's saying that we need to take down the U.S. economy. Because it is not fairly distributing profits to where they belong. And I think she belongs in a country where you're not allowed to marry your brother. But we will take a quick break right now, and we will come back with one of the best commentators you're ever going to see right here on Liquid Lunch with Joe Pignon right after this.